Yeah, y'all, I'm just smile talking. Like, I'm really just smile talking. Like, I'm so tickled. What my kid gonna do with their mama? That's why I be asking myself, really. All of them. I'm like, how they put up with me? How do my kids put up with their mama, y'all? I'm still trying to figure this out. Like, I can't figure it out. I can have way put up with me. I'm like, they put up with me all day, every day. Like it's normal, like it's cool. Y'all, it ain't normal and it ain't cool. Well, it's cool, but it ain't normal. I say that. Yeah, I'm tickled because, like, I told y'all, like, I feel like Moses out here. I feel like Moses, when it came to God calling him to speak before the people, and Moses like, dang, I got a speech impediment. Like, what you talking about, speak before the people? And God like, you gonna be the one to speak before the people. I want you to do this. And he tried to get him out of his, like, comfort zone with speaking and stuff like that. So he appointed Moses to be the speaker over all the people. But Moses had a stuttering problem. You would think God would use his brother. His brother was way more, like, articulate with his words. You would think God would say, okay, Aaron, you be the one to speak. But no, God said, Moses, you gonna be the one to speak. Y'all, the irony. And God gotta have a sense of humor. That's where I get my sense of humor from, God. But even when you read the Bible, it really do be funny. Because, like, he got Moses. And Moses, Moses was like, well, let me use my brother. But if you look, half of the time, it wasn't never his brother doing the talking. It really was Moses. So Moses is like, I can't do this. I'm going to get my brother to do it. But little do Moses know, he was the one really doing all the talking. His brother was there. His brother was just there. That's it. So I'm tickled because I got to do all this talking. I'm like, God, English is foreign to me. Like, this, God. Like, I'm here, but I ain't here. Like, I have no clue about nothing dealing with English. And, most people gravitate to Spanish quicker because they like, it look just like English. And for some reason, my brain got it twisted where I can't, like, it's nothing I can do to speak Spanish because Spanish is so similar to English. Like, it's just something about this English. And I'm not going to get it. I figured that it's nothing that you can do to make me get this. But in one of my visions, I could speak Hebrew fluently. And when I woke up, I actually knew what Hebrew meant. I could speak French. Like, I could speak French. Yeah. Like, French, that come to me quicker than English, y'all. I had randomly bumped into this African. And this African, he was just smile talking with me. And he was like, he can't speak too much English. I was looking like, welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. So while he's telling me that, he can speak 5 languages, but English is not one of them. He told me he could speak French. I was like, huh? French? That's what I speak. Even though I don't speak French, but I know French. Yeah, that's funny, y'all. That is so funny to me. Like, I'm like, how could French, like, my mind process French so quick? Like, it's just like, boom, like, it's just like, it's natural for me in French. But me in English, and I've been in America all my life, it's no way I'm gonna get it. Like, I'm just not gonna get it. And then, like, I saw myself in the spiritual speaking Hebrew. And when I woke up, I knew what everything I was saying in Hebrew. When I woke up, I knew the translation to everything I was speaking in Hebrew. So I'm like, I don't know what it is with Hebrew. But the French, it tickled me. So the reason why, I'm just small talking, y'all. But the reason why I never really pushed French is because, like, when you go to college, stuff like that, like, it stopped like the 2nd year. So it's like you forced to have to take Spanish because you have to take like 4 classes of a foreign language, and most of the time French stop after like the second semester, and so you have to be forced into this Spanish because it's the only language that really just stretch out long enough to give you your credits. I know, but yeah, I think with me speaking to y'all about French and me tickled about myself, I said I might get back into French. Like, I might get back into that language because I already, like, from when I was in high school, like way back, what was that? A while back. That's all I can say because I'm lost. When it come to time, I do not have a clue. But way back when I was in high school, I took French. I still remember French from when I was in high school. I still remember this. So I think I'm just going to take up French as my pastime. I'm going to get back into my guitar because it was a lot going on, getting the kids to school. It was just a lot going on. Like, as soon as I said, oh, I got free time, let me learn my guitar, it said like I was just attacked where I can't enjoy life. But the devil and Satan is a lie. You and your minions. Like, I'm gonna enjoy life, and if I feel like in my free time I want to do guitar, that's what I'm gonna do. And now I decided to take up French too. and I'm doing something else too. I can't tell y'all that. But it's a couple of things I'm finna do in this pastime. Like, I'm finna enjoy life. God put us here to enjoy life. He don't want you sitting here miserable. Life and living is a gift. Why you not living and enjoying life? What's the problem? Give your problems to God, and once you give your problems to God, now what is the problem? Because you gave him your problems, so you shouldn't really be stressed. God said, don't worry about tomorrow. You got enough problems tomorrow to worry about. Worry about today. Take it one day at a time, and you supposed to give him your problems. So, yeah. So once you clear your mind from the clutter of Satan, the spiritual clutter that he got, the distraction he got all around to try to keep you oppressed in a time where you're supposed to be enjoying yourself. Find something to do. Find something extracurricular to do. You can do 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 30 minutes. Do something, y'all. So, yeah, I'm tickled, y'all. My daughter, my youngest daughter. So, she kind to me. And I don't know if it was something going on at school, but she was calling me about the nursery rhymes, like the little fairy tales. So, she was like, Mama, she gave me 3 fairy tales. And she was like, Mama, what this mean? What this mean? You know, she was excited. So, I said, they must did something at school with this. And you know, and she was just trying to get the bigger understanding, the bigger picture, because I don't think that she ever just really processed the nursery rhymes to apply to her personal life. And so I was just explaining to her, these nursery rhymes got deeper meaning. Like, it's just not a nursery rhyme like what you think. On the surface, it looked like a nursery rhyme. I said, but all of it got a deeper meaning. I said, all of it's supposed to apply to your personal life. I said, even Jesus spoke in parables. I said, you listen to Jesus, what he was talking about, he spoke in parables, but it all had a deeper meaning. So yesterday we went over three nursery rhymes. And I made sure she was going to be able to apply it to her personal life, y'all. Each one of these nursery rhymes she gave me, I made sure to make it my business that she look at herself and self-reflect on herself behind whatever was going on. So she gave me the 3 Little Pigs. So when she told me about 3 Little Pigs, I said, okay, here go. I put it on YouTube, said, look at this little 3 Little Pig little clip real fast. So you can refresh your memory about the nursery rhyme. So she's sitting there watching 3 Little Pigs. So afterwards, I was like, okay, what you think that means? Like, okay, you see 3 little pigs, you see, you know, all this stuff going on. Okay, what you think going on? Like, what do you think going on with this? Because you have to be able to critically think in the real world. And a lot of times, even in school, they don't teach you to critically think. I teach my kids to critically think. So I'm like, okay, you looked at 3 Little Pigs, what that mean? And so, you know, she gave me her meaning. So I would just like make sure it was something that she could apply to her own personal life. I was like, look, the 3 Little Pigs is about do not take no shortcuts, because you're going to have bigger problems. Put in the work for the results you're trying to get. Make sure you properly prepare for the trouble that's ahead. Along with other stuff, but those like some key elements. And so I applied it to her personal life. I said, you know what? Because, you know, I told y'all how everybody in the house be talking about my youngest daughter and how she washed dishes. Everybody complained about her. But she's the dishwasher, so we just gonna push through this. Like, we gonna push through. So I made sure that when I was talking to her about the 3 Little Pigs, I brought up her washing these dishes. I'm like, look, when you wash your dishes, do not take no shortcuts. Do not make your problem bigger than what it gotta be. Do it right the first time, then you won't have no issues, and then you gotta deal with coming back to what you didn't already did. Because if I see a dirty dish, I'm putting in the sink, and you finna redo the dish, and you finna redo the dish, and you finna redo the dishes till they clean. So if I go in there and I see something on a cup or a plate, you gotta go make you some dishwater, and you finna go wash dishes again. So I made sure that these nursery rhymes gonna be personal. Like, I made sure it is. So when she got me about 3 Little Pigs, I brung up her and them dishes she be washing. I made sure it was gonna hit her hard, in the hard, like, yeah, she gonna self-reflect on it right here. Cause you gonna get right out here. Like, you ain't finna get over on nobody. Stop thinking you gonna take a shortcut. Cause you gonna see at the end, you could just did it right the first time and you wouldn't have no problem. And so, the second one that she wanted me to go over, the second nursery rhyme was Little Red Robin Hood. And so I put it on YouTube, let her refresh her memory with the nursery rhyme. She sit there and watch. I said, okay, you see Little Red, I don't even remember the name, Little Red Riding Hood. Like, I can't remember. But, you know, and it was about her, you know, going to see her going to see her grandmama, and then on the way she bumped into the wolf, and the wolf go home, and and the wolf beat her to the grandmama house. So I was like, okay, what you get out of this? Like, what do you get out that message? I made it personal, y'all. I made sure that these nursery rhymes were going to be personal, like as personal as possible. Like, she was going to be able to personally relate and know what these mean, because I was going to find perfect examples with what she got going on in the real world so she can apply it to her life. So she gave me little things about, you know, the story. So I was like, well, okay. I said, well, first you need to listen to your parents, because before she even went to her grandmama's house, the first rule was don't talk to strangers, and the first thing she did was talk to the wolf. I said, so you need to listen to your parents. Listen to what they telling you. They trying to protect you and keep you safe out here. I twisted this little whole narrative, y'all. I made sure these narratives gonna be about her. I like, make sure you listen to your parents. That was the first little note. Second thing is, you know, just because something seems and appear to be nice don't mean it is. So even though the wolf appeared to be nice to her because he was in the woods with her, you see that the wolf wasn't so nice, and he had evil intentions. So people can fool you out here. Like, they could be nice, but they could have other intentions. That was the second thing. The third thing was with her, you know, disobeying her mama and talking to this wolf. She didn't put grandma in danger. Grandma don't even know she in danger. But because you told the wolf you was going to grandma's house, now the wolf then ate up grandma before you even got there. So you didn't put all these people in danger because you didn't do what my mama told you to do. I made it personal. I made sure it was gonna be personal, y'all. Like, yeah. So the third thing, y'all, that she was telling me was the third thing was Goldilocks. So I put on Goldilocks, let her watch Goldilocks. And then at that point, I was like, okay, what you get out of Goldilocks? You know, and you know, she gave me what she was going to tell me dealing with Goldilocks. I said, well, first thing with Goldilocks is that she don't respect people's property. Like, she just then walked in these people's house. She just eating everybody's food. She just turning up everybody's stuff, and she do not care. She ain't got a care in the world. That's the first thing. I said, what do I stress in my house? You respect other people's property, and you don't touch nobody else's stuff under no circumstances. Because you know I go off. I said, if I don't go off about nothing else, in my house, everybody respect everybody's stuff. Don't nobody touch nobody, nothing. Like, nothing at all. So if I find out you done went and you done touched something, and you knew it wasn't yours, and you touch, I'm act fool in their house. Like, I'm very stern about that right there. I don't care what you see laying around, you better not touch it. And so when I got through with the Goldilocks and the three birds, y'all, I said, who do Goldilocks remind you of? Like, when you think of Goldilocks, who do you think of? And you know, she was just looking lost. I said, don't it remind you of you? Because don't you remember when you took my art book and you just started drawing in my art book without my permission? Don't you remember that? I said, you took my art book. I said, and you tore it up because you wrote in it. So once you write in it, I can't use this art book no more. I said, but there was mama art book. You didn't even go to ask who art book it was. You just seen it laying around, picked it up, and made it your own personal journey. Just like Goldilocks. Yeah. So yeah, I took all those stories. I made sure it was gonna be personal. Like I'm like, okay, let me find something personal she got going on, cause she needs to self-reflect on some stuff. So I think after I got through, she really excited about these stories now. So she was like, "Oh, Mom, do another one, do another." I was like, "Look, we'll do one tomorrow." So today she looked forward after school doing another nursery rhyme. I had to Google the nursery rhyme. I'm like, dang, I gotta find some nursery rhyme for her. She trying to get, she making this like a thing. So every day she want to look at a nursery rhyme, and then I'm asking her, what's the bigger picture? Then I try to make it personal as possible for her. Yeah, I'm tickled. But when I was calling her Goldilocks, I'm like, if you went to your sisters, your big sisters, do you think they'll say that you kind of act like Goldilocks? Do you think they'll say you touch their stuff without their permission? Like, what do you think? If I went to your sisters and said something about you, do you think they would say that you do touch their stuff without their permission? Will she do? Y'all know the baby, the youngest, feel like they just got this, they can just do whatever. Like, they really do feel like that, especially with other people's stuff. But I really do try to enforce this, even with the youngest one. So I'm really trying to be on her about dishes. Like, you is not finna find a shortcut. Like, you ain't finna touch people's property. Like, we finna self-reflect with these little nursery rhymes. You want me to try to help you critically think over. Like, and I'm help you think over every last one of them. Yeah, I'm tickled. I'm gonna let y'all go. But the nursery rhyme, it's so funny. Cause I make sure it's gonna be personal. Like, I make sure it's gonna hit close to home. And I make sure that when she see the nursery rhyme, that she can apply it to her own life. Like, this is stuff that, even though you see a nursery rhyme, you see cartoon, it's not even it. I said, all of it got a bigger meaning. And I said, and Jesus spoke in parables. I said, he used to speak the same way and do the same thing. And I said, you just gotta find out what the bigger picture is. So she's like very excited about that, y'all. And me, I'm just like, okay, let me, my mind just get to click. Y'all know how my mind get now. So when she come to me, I'm like, click, this better be personal. Click, it better be super personal. I'ma tell you about yourself without telling you about yourself. Click. Yeah, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all enjoy y'all day.